Well, it's certainly been a perfect storm of events over the last 18 months to drive downward pressure on stocks and cause global investors to feel uncertain about the Chinese environment, be that for regulatory interventions, COVID lockdowns, real estate challenges, and of course, recent macro issues around the war in Ukraine. And so it's just been a succession of factors that have hit the market hard. But the reality is that China actually has many more bullets in its chamber than other markets when it comes to stimulating growth and resolving many of these challenges. Chinese inflation is much, much lower than the US. China has not printed money on the level of Western markets. Its interest rates have not been lowered to the same levels. And likewise, many of the companies that have been hit have been far more so because of global negative perception, not due to the fundamentals in these businesses, which generally remain strong. And so overall, it's a market that is, I believe, hugely undervalued, underpriced today.
You certainly raise an excellent point about sentiment being a really powerful force in the markets and overriding fundamentals sometimes. And we all know that sentiment has also been damaged by sometimes very fraught relations between the US and China. Are you hopeful that we could see a reset with this tariff review?
The tariffs, to me, are a very independent issue of the relationship, which have been proven mathematically, quantifiably to be bad for U.S. consumers, and that the prices and the effect of the tariffs has largely been something that's passed on to consumers in the U.S. So as you mentioned previously, certainly one of many of the drivers of inflation, and therefore something that has just been bad business for the United States. It's been something that's challenging to roll back, given its political sensitivity and the need to kind of demand a pound of flesh from China as a result or in return for the rollbacks, but something that really doesn't have the intended effect that its creators wanted. And so it makes a lot of sense to roll it back in this environment. Whether or not that really resets U.S.-China relations, I think is a much bigger and unlikely question.